So the Vatican recently released a document on marriage. I have some thoughts about it. It's a very interesting document. There's some base stuff in there, right? It quotes Pius XI talking about anti-adultery laws in the state. It quotes St. Alphonsus on the ends of marriage. It has some good citations there. It quotes St. Thomas a lot. So there's some good stuff in there. And really, content-wise, I actually don't really have a problem for it. Really, the issue, I think, is that it really doesn't achieve its stated goal. Its stated goal is it wants to provide basically a compendium of arguments, a compendium of resources for those who want to understand more about what it means for marriage to have a unitive end, or what the unity of marriage even means. And then also for those, especially in the continent of Africa, those who want to oppose the movements towards polygamy, or oppose the idea of polygamy, right? So that's the stated purpose of the document, but it really doesn't achieve those ends too well. You're not going to be able to provide this towards your average catechist, much less your average married couple or couple pursuing marriage, and have them actually be able to come away with a good, synthetic, robust understanding. It takes a lot of explaining, takes a lot of slogging through. It's very rambly. It repeats itself a lot. And there's not really a good synthetic core. There's not a good synthesis and summary that is succinct and fruitful that you could point toward people towards. So I think it really doesn't achieve its stated end, even though while a lot of the content is really good, specifically on 2 points, I think. So the first point is it explains the good of the spouses. So in marriage, there's a certain primacy to the good of the spouses. And a lot of people, they misunderstand this and think that this is somehow against the institution of marriage for the sake of procreation, right? But it explains the good of the spouses in terms of what it calls the integral good, or Catholic theology frequently uses this term integral good. What integral good means is it's the good of the entire person. So it includes, right, the spiritual goods, the goods of virtue, right? All of these different things. So obviously, when it comes to the goods which lead us to the beatific vision, all other goods are subordinate to it. So, like, to give an analogy, the good of the economy is the material wealth of man, but there is also the integral good of man towards which this is subordinated towards. So it's not saying that the economy was not instituted for the sake of material gain, but it is saying that it's subordinated to something higher. So that was a pretty good reflection. Second point is it actually explains the matrimonial society in terms of the common good of the couple, which is very good. So it says that the reason why unity is so high in marriage is because we are uniting around a common end. That is, uniting around our spiritual good. And this is a similar way in which political society, actually the good of the whole, the common good, is actually greater than the good of the individual parts. That's awesome as well. So kind of a mixed bag, although a lot of the reflections were good.